You are listening to Offensive Lines with Marlon and Boyd. Small stakes NFL gambling for the average fan.
Welcome to Offensive Lines. I'm Marlon.
I'm Boyd.
And here it is, the prop show.
No, we're not Carrot Top.
Never seen him. I've heard he's actually quite entertaining.
He was. I've seen him 3 times. He's very good.
All right, Eddie Cheddar.
I like comedy. Sue me.
Yeah.
Oh, just an aside here. Bill Burr's new special's out on Netflix. Go watch it.
Okay.
Came out today. So get on it.
That's more to the listeners than me. I'll get Netflix when I run out of other stuff to watch. Okay, so we have already made our Super Bowl picks. That will be in a separate show. Quickly to summarize, we went $20 on New England minus... No?
Don't give it away. Make them listen to it. No.
Oh, so they can go backwards. Yeah, all right.
I'll make them listen to it. They can listen to whichever one they want. Make them listen to the other one.
Okay.
That's why we did it.
See, I've always thought we have to decide a bit on a side, though this year. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So now we are going to make a whole schwack of prop bets. We have no idea how many. I also tend to sit there waiting for the game, and I'll make another bundle of prop bets, which I'll actually post on Twitter this year, I promise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll happen. Yeah. This time I mean it.
Yeah. Okay. Still has an egg for a profile? Yeah.
That's who I am, man. That's a self-portrait.
I was wondering if you owe somebody money.
Quite the other way around. Okay, so not much of a preamble here at all. Do you have anything to say?
Fuck all. Let's do some prop betting.
Okay. So usually we have half our prop bets are kind of on the standard payout, where we're paying about the 10% vig. Half of them are just fun, higher paying options. We just kind of trade off, see if we like them. So I'm going to start with a really, really boring one. Total rush attempts combined. The number is 54.5. It is negative 110. I like the under.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, that's 27 a team.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And even if
that sounds
New
like
England
Vegas
goes with a clock-killing drive, they're going to do half of that with throwing the ball.
Well, yeah, that number seems incredibly high. Now, the only thing... It's like Vegas is thinking there's going to be a blowout? One side or the other? Or Atlanta's going to do a clock killer themselves? Because they have a better running game.
Yes.
So are they thinking Atlanta's going to run the ball 35 times? Because I can't see New England running it 25.
I mean, in the modern NFL, both teams are going to be 20 to 25, it seems.
Yeah.
So I like this one at negative 110.
Yeah, I like that too.
Okay, do we want to book it if we can find it? This is always a problem with our props show, is there are so many props available, and they are under so many different menus that Boyd is kind of jumping around trying to find what the fuck we're talking about. Even his own bets.
I found the total rush attempts per player.
I think it's right under the first prop menu.
Oh, there it is. Total rush attempts, main props.
Is it still 54.5?
Yeah, it was minus 125.
Oh.
Oh, no, you want the under. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, under still minus 110. Okay, $5. Pays $9.54. Okay, then the first one I'll bring in concerns rushing as well. It's plus 110 when I looked at it this afternoon. Rush yards for Devontae Freeman, 57.5. I love the over.
That seems low to me too. Particularly because he's a burst runner. I mean, we need one 23, 24-yard carry there.
Not even 3 10-yard runs. 10, 12-yard runs is all we need. He's going to get between 15 and 20 carries.
Agreed.
I think. So that's basically averaging 4 yards a carry at 15. If you throw in one burst, like you're saying, I love it.
And the exact number is?
Well, let me double. It was 57.5. Just let me get down to it again. Player total rush yards. 57.5 over is plus 110.
Book it.
Okay. Whoops. I should finish the other one first. I didn't hit enter. I don't want to parlay that. Okay, that one's booked. Then we have Devontae.
What does that pay?
It paid.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
$10.50 for $5.
Okay.
See, I like that one because it seemed attainable relatively easily, and we were getting a decent number on it. Like the under is minus 150. That seems odd to me.
It does, unless they're presuming that that's the player that Fably, like, every coach tries to shut down the opposing best player. You and I respect Belichick as much as any other gambler or casual fan, but it doesn't mean he eliminates that player.
Well, no, and when D'Angelo Williams came in for Le'Veon Bell, did they have any trouble running the ball? He looked pretty good against that defense.
Yeah.
And with the weapons, the play action threat and everything that
I didn't even see that particular number, but I love this bad boy. I like that one quite a bit.
All right, I got one. Woo.
Okay. I have a strange one here.
Okay.
And I think it'll only be a $3 bet, but 3 parts. Okay, what I was first looking at was under 2.5 field goals was plus 275. And I don't see either team taking a lot of threes. I don't think you can.
No.
Just in the philosophy of the game. But I looked a little deeper, and 1 field goal total is 900. 2 field goal totals is plus 475, and 0 field goals is plus 3,500. So I was thinking we just throw a buck at each of those.
Okay.
We're getting essentially the same bet as under 2.5 field goals, but it works out to far better odds.
Yep. I'm not against that. Total field goals, was that scored 3-way? Oh, no,
it was total field goals breakdown. Jesus, this is where I should probably take better notes when I'm trying to determine bets.
Because they've got total field goals scored 2-way,
7-way,
3-way,
7-way.
7-way.
That's what that was. Yeah.
Okay, 0, 1, 2. So what are you going?
We
1,
could
2,
even
and
go
3?
3 if we wanted and make it a $4 bet total. Put a buck on each of those.
Oh, fuck. Why don't we just go up to 4? Whichever, unless they hit 5.
Yeah, okay. Let's put $1 on each. And 3 and 4 won't pay us fuck all.
Yeah,
but
4,
there'll be a
4
hedge.
gets us basically our money back. It's plus 350.
Okay. Yeah, let's take 1 through 5 field goals. Or 0 through 5.
0 through 4.
0 through 4 field goals.
Okay, I'm just writing this down so I have it.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I just don't think either coach, given any other option, will choose to take 3.
So $1 on the 0 pays 36. Booked. $1 on the 1 field goal pays 10. $1 on 2 field goals pays $4.75. $1 on 3 field goals pays $3.80. And $1 on 4 field goals pays $4.50. No, I like that one. So the worst unless there's 5 or more field goals, the worst we're going to be down is $1.20.
Yeah, I thought it was a clever start. And it did start with just, all right, let's see what the field goal under number is. I didn't hate 2.5 field goals plus 275. But then when I found that 7 way, I just thought, well, we can always hope for a 0.
Geez, this is going to be a quick podcast. We were 3 for 3 already.
Yeah, no kidding. Usually one of us says, no, I hate that. I'm sure that'll come.
Okay. The next one I loved, and it's not a stupid number, is total sacks, both teams, under 3.5.
I had it down, plus 110. Was that the number you were looking at?
Steelers had 1 sack against Brady. The Patriots had 0 sacks against Pittsburgh. They get no pressure all year. Haven't been a pressure team. Haven't relied on sacks or anything. I can't see 4 sacks.
Yeah, I had it written down. I can't make an argument. I'm trying to draw out this podcast.
Well,
we're at
put
13 minutes here, and we're going to be done by 20, guys.
Let's put it in the mix.
Yeah, okay.
Mark decided, because you're not.
It wasn't one of my favorites simply because.
Well, you can't blitz either team. You'll get killed. The Patriots don't have anybody that can stop Julio Jones one-on-one if they blitz. The Steeler guys got behind that secondary when they blitzed. There's going to be very little blitzing by either team. And I can't. They just don't get sacked. Green Bay couldn't get to
your
Ryan.
Argument's solid. How many sacks did Green Bay get though? 2 or 3?
I don't think they had any. Did they? Maybe 1. Yeah, but New England. I'm not basing it on past performance by Atlanta. I'm basing it on performance of New England all year.
Yeah.
They were rushing 2 against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they don't have to, and it's not a big concern. So Beasley is our big question mark here.
Yeah, but they had Harrison was getting sacks against Kansas City. Pittsburgh got sacks against Kansas City. They had 1 against New England.
Well, I mean, clearly Harrison didn't take his deer antler that day.
But they had 1 sack against New England. And New England doesn't rush the passer well. To me, but it's in the mix.
Yeah, it's in the mix, and it's really strong in the mix because it was on my list as well at the under.
Okay.
Okay. My next one it was at plus 120. And it was, will there be a lead change in the second half? And I say yes.
That's not bad.
We both tend to think this will be a close game.
Where is that one?
Oh, boy. Now you're asking the complicated questions.
Team points, I'm looking here.
I think that might have been under Super Bowl special futures. If you go way down to futures and then there's Super Bowl special, might be there.
Okay.
Either that or it will be under score props. I've got to take better notes.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, will it be a lead change in the second half? Good call. I don't mind that one. That's as good as any prop.
Plus 120 is not a bad price.
No.
For two high-scoring offenses and questionable defenses, I liked it at plus 120 quite a bit.
Yeah, I like that one too. Let's throw that one in the mix.
Okay, in the mix.
Okay, here's one where you'll probably shout me down so we can get one out of the way.
We need to have a fight here, boy. We need some dissension.
And this one's plus 450.
Okay.
And you introduced me to this one during the year when you bet on, I think, Le'Veon Bell. When Antonio Brown had 3 touchdowns. 2 TD scorer in the game.
Yeah.
I have LeGarrette Blount, plus 450.
All right. I don't mind it. My alternate to it... No, fuck it.
No, what was your
my
alternate
to it was Brady 1 TD.
I looked at that one too. I looked at that one too. They get to the 1. But they haven't done that much.
No, and he did fumble in that Pittsburgh game.
Yeah.
Which clearly was a fumble, by the way, for anyone who's listening. I don't mind Blunt on 2 touchdowns. My other alternate, too, is I didn't mind Dion Lewis TD any time at 138.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So I would say we take one of those 3.
Okay, well, let's put them in the mix. We'll get through this at the end somehow.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have to slow things down. We're talking like we're on speed right now.
Well, there's not much to argue on these. It's either, okay, I don't really like it, or no, let's go for it.
And usually we're not this strong in agreement. Brady, so I'm just writing down Blunt.
But the thing with the props is we're trying, this is like a bonus wheel. Because I want to look at things that if it hits, it's a good payout. And then you try and look for, okay, what's realistic?
Well, I'll actually change that a little bit. In our past 3 years of prop shows, what we've said is these are a way to hedge against a boring game. If you have action on a bunch of stuff that isn't resolved, you're still attracted to a game where the result is not in question.
Yeah.
And it's the last football game of the year. It makes life a lot more fun if you still have something to cheer for. That was how we approached props, and then we've done quite well on them.
Yes.
Much to, I think, both of our surprise.
Well, they're they're like throwing a dart, really. For the most
logical
part.
dart, though. I mean,
Yeah.
last year, probably one of our best bets of the year was Demaryius Thomas under.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't even in question. We crushed that bet. It was probably our smartest bet of the year.
And I looked at that reception thing again there was nothing in there that was even remotely.
Well, with both of these teams, they spread the ball around too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I examined everything. I only have two $1 bets, and they're obscure.
If you remember where they are.
They're fairly easy to find. I don't have to remember. I got a sheet of note paper, man. I go old school.
With no notes.
You can find them. I have faith in you. So, okay, in that one we have Dion Lewis, touchdown anytime, 138. Brady, touchdown anytime, 550. And 2 for Blunt at 450. And that's in the mix. Okay. Speaking of Blunt, I have that his longest rush attempt will be under 17.5 yards. Now I know he's busted a bunch, and even looking at that and saying that, do you know what? I'm just going to pull that one off the board.
Yeah, because
I'm not crazy about that.
We're getting too many running back stuff. We've already got 2 running back bets or rush game bets. That's the only thing. I don't mind it. I just don't want it all to be based on running backs.
Well, that a-hole, I've seen him bust 23 and 24-yard carries with his ridiculous hurdle. Yeah, no, I'm just pulling that one right off the board. What do you have next?
Okay, this one isn't this one falls more into your make the game interesting if it's a blowout bet. Total penalties.
Got it.
Under 11.5.
Plus 100. Done. It was on my list. It was one of my 2 stars.
Okay, just let me write it down. Okay.
Yeah, that's not even in the mix. Just book that one.
Okay. Now I have to find that one. Oh, why can't I find it?
Oh, and you had it. So where are your notes there, boy?
Where do you have it?
Oh, I don't know. I just have it written down on a sheet of paper.
Oh, well, you're no help.
Yeah, but you were mocking me for my...
Oh, there it is. Got it. Yes. Under 11.5 plus 100. $5 is going to pay 10. Booked.
Okay, we only have $10 left here.
Yeah. I got to scratch off the ones that we've already talked about so I don't. I'm going to pull one right off I had total pass yards over 636, but I'm taking that off. It doesn't pay anything. Okay, what do you got next?
Next I have... These, I think, should all be just $1 bets.
Okay. Well, then let's just book them. Okay.
Well, yeah, but I have 5 of them if we like them. And 2 of them are absurd.
Okay.
First of all, MVP.
I had one of those.
Okay, I say we back Brady, Ryan, and Julio.
No.
All right.
They don't pay anything for $1.
Julio pays plus 1,600.
Well, he's the one guy. I looked at him. He's the one guy I think they're going to try and take out.
Well, that's why I also have written down Julio under 94.5 yards.
My MVP pick that I wanted to be as a long shot pick,
Yeah.
Devonta Freeman. Plus 2,200.
Okay.
Because I think Julio Jones is the one guy they do try and take out. You know how they bracketed Brown?
Yeah.
That's going to be Julio because the other two guys are small.
And that's why I didn't hate Julio under 94.5. So I'm fine. But why don't we hedge that with Brady and Ryan?
Okay, let me get to where those MVP.
This is why I end up betting so many prop bets on Super Bowl morning, which I will put them on Twitter, but I've been really successful lately on my Super Bowl prop bets.
Where the fuck's the MVP?
That's the Super Bowl special.
Oh, there it is. MVP, yeah. Okay, Matt Ryan. Do we even hedge with Brady?
Yeah, why not?
It's going to pay like 70 cents.
Yeah?
He's minus 120.
I don't mind that. Still, take Brady, Ryan, that.
Okay, so we got Ryan, $1 pays $2.75. Brady, $1 pays $1.83. Devonta Freeman, $1 pays 23. Okay. This is going to be one motherfucker to keep track of.
Now, my other two that I want is, this is bizarre, and this is a total dart throw. Falcons' first reception.
Okay.
And this will only be $2 between the two of them. Talulu and Hooper, the tight ends.
Oh, I don't mind that. I got Hooper in one here, too.
That was the first pass in the Green Bay game, if I'm not mistaken. They're both plus 1,600.
Is that in a specials thing, too?
No, that's Falcons receivers, I think.
No, that's a play. First catch. You're not talking about first touchdown.
Falcons' first reception.
Oh, first offensive play of the game.
Yeah, no, I'll bet that on my own.
No.
Well, I'm passed, by the way, at plus 120.
I'm trying to find where that other one is. So you got score props, main props. First half props. It's got to be under Super Bowl specials, isn't it?
I thought it was under team props, but...
Okay, so we got team points, team total, touchdown, field goal, field goal, team first score method.
Yeah, it might be under Super Bowl special.
Yeah, that's all.
Sorry about this, listeners.
Yeah.
When we've got 400 options, we get confused sometimes.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, it's under the specials. So you want $1 each on Hooper and
Tololo.
So for Hooper,
like the Tongans and the South Sea Islanders.
For Hooper, $1 pays 17, and for Tololo it pays 17.
So between our MVP bet and that bet, that's $5.
Okay, we got one bet left. So I can script. We got Austin Hooper in a bet. I'll take that out. I just had him a TD anytime for Hooper because in the end zone they're going to take away Jones. I thought he'd be the big target they'd use. We'll take that out because we've already got 3 that we've got in the mix.
Exactly. The only other one I like would be Jones under 94.5.
Well, the only other one I had was first score field goal plus 150.
We've never won on that fucking first score.
Yes, we did.
Goal. Did we?
I think we did. Which one was it? It was last year. Or did we pick... We picked... First, no.
Yeah,
no.
we might have gotten it
yes,
once.
We did.
But in any case, we're already betting on under field goals.
Yeah, no, I know. But no, we won last year on time of first score after a certain point and first score being a field goal. Okay. We hit both of those on the same play.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
Denver stole. Just to remember?
Yeah.
That fucking Carolina called a timeout and stopped the clock. And we're texting each other, fucking go already. And then Denver stalled and ended up kicking a field goal just after our cutoff. I think we had like 7:30 halfway through the first or 8 minutes, something like that. But, okay, so out of what we have left that we had in the mix.
We had total sacks under 3.5. Still in the mix. It's a solid prop. We have Dion Lewis, TD anytime, Tom Brady, TD anytime, and Blunt, 2 TDs anytime.
Out of all those ones, I like the Dion Lewis one the best.
Yeah, I would take the Brady out right away. Too much has to go right for that to happen. Blunt, 2 TDs. 2 TDs, as I learned from the bet that you said I mentioned to you, was I made that bet at plus 350 on Le'Veon Bell, and then Indy couldn't even stop them from scoring from the 45. You know, it's 2 TDs is tough.
Yeah.
So Lewis is the best, so we'll keep him in the mix. And then we also had in the mix a lead change in the second half. I would also add to in the mix, because I think we both like this, is Julio Jones under 94.5 yards.
That one scares me a little.
Okay, we'll take it out then.
What does it pay?
Negative 110. So the price isn't great.
No. I'd rather go with Dion Lewis myself, even over the sacks and all that. Because Lewis scoring a touchdown. I like the
lead change at plus 120.
Yeah, that's not bad either. What's Lewis pay? 138?
138. And that's an individual player. Who the fuck knows what Bella Genius is going to do to score?
How about player to record the first sack of the game?
That implies there's the first sack. And you just made an argument previously with total sacks. This could be a sackless game.
Yeah. And it's bad when I don't know who these guys play for. I know Beasley.
Yeah. Now move away from that. My favorite of that, I like your Lewis argument, but I like lead change in the second half. Plus 120 is a nice price.
Yeah. Let me get down to that. Okay. So we have, will there be a lead change in the second half? We say yes at plus 120. $5 pays 11. Done. Okay, what's that one?
So for you hunting, I've got to try to summarize this. Okay, we have total rushing attempts under 54.5. Negative 110, $5 pays $9.54. We have Freeman over 57.5 yards plus 110, pays $2.50. We have a lead change in the second half. We think that will happen. That is plus 120, $5 pays 11. We have under 11.5 penalties, $5 pays 10. We have a spread on between 0 and 4 field goals. At 0, we get 36. At 1, we get 10. At 2, we get 475. At 3, we get 380. And at 4, we get $4.50. 5 field goals fucks us. And we have MVP. We have Tom Brady. Dollar bet pays $1.83. We have Matt Ryan. Dollar bet pays $2.75. And we have Freeman. Dollar bet pays $23. To fill up our 5 on that, we have the Falcons' first reception being to Hooper or Tololo. Welcome to the South Sea Islands. Both
that was a
Hooper and Tololo pay plus 1,600. I think I got it there.
Yeah, our $1 bets will pay 17.
Oh, thank
if
you.
One of them gets it.
Thank you. Minor clarification. That was still a hell of a job.
And said something. You said something where the one $5 bet paid 2. I think it was supposed to be 12.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember which one because there was 18 of them, but there was one.
It was probably the penalties. 5 paid 10, not 2.
Okay.
That was probably my screw up.
All right. That's our prop show, everybody. That's fun. Looking at these ones. Like, I didn't even look at, like, some of the ones you looked at. You didn't look at some of the ones I looked at. That's what makes it fun. Like, you could spend, I could spend $100 on prop bets.
Oh, and I'll put up another 50. They're just so much fun. My favorite right now, it's still out there. First offensive play, pass plays, pays plus 120. It's a coin fucking flip, people, and you're getting 20 cents. Always bet it.
All right. If you want to check out our podcast, listen to them on iTunes or Stitcher for your Android device, on our website, offensivelines.ca. Follow us on Twitter at Offensive Lines for any updates to our blog posts or when a podcast is available. Facebook.com/Offensive Lines. And if you want to send us an email, it's offensivelines@shaw.ca. If you like our podcast, you listen to it on iTunes or Stitcher, rate us, give us a good review, pass it on to a friend, tell them you like it, tell them we're somewhat entertaining. Yeah, that's it. It's been a great year, buddy.
It has been, and once again, regardless of these bets, we turned a profit. Yeah. And if anyone gambles, you know how fucking hard that is.
And I just want to have over $200 in our account when we end. I'm putting that out. I'm putting the juju out. So we got to hit some bets. We only need one big one in the props to hit. That's it. And it covers pretty much all of them. Because we usually hit 2 or 3. Just give us our money back. And I'm entertained. Because I'll be screaming and swearing if the game's a blowout, watching for these fucking things to hit.
That's not a flag!
Yeah, it'll be at 10 with 3 minutes left, and they'll call a defensive holding.
Yeah. How can you fucking call that? Let them play!
And that'll be the first penalty of the game.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll start early.
All right. I'm Boyd.
I'm Marlon, and Dean Spanos is still a cocksucker. This was Offensive Line's Prop Show.
Degenerate fucking gambler.